Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss few of your questions which is given in your textbook. Question number 1 is what is the difference between blood and lymph? Blood and lymph में basic difference if we are talking about, then blood consists of RBC, WBC and platelets. Lymph consists of lymphocyte. You may write blood flows through blood vessels and lymph flows through lymph vessels. You may write blood is red in color while lymph is yellowish in color, but that's not a very good answer. So prefer either on the basis of cells or on the basis of vessels. Second question is what is the difference between pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein? Pulmonary artery is a artery which carry deoxygenated blood. Pulmonary vein carry oxygenated blood. Pulmonary artery carry blood from right ventricle to lungs, while pulmonary vein carry oxygenated blood from lungs to left auricle. Our next question is what is the difference between atria and ventricle? If we are talking about atria and ventricle, atria is the upper chamber and ventricle is the lower chamber. Atria is thin walled, ventricle is thick walled. Atria receives blood, ventricle pour the blood. Any of the difference you may write. What is the difference between right atrium and left atrium? So if we draw the diagram of right atrium and left atrium, let's draw the diagram. Okay, this one is the right atrium, this one is the left atrium. Okay, right atrium receive deoxygenated blood while left atrium receive oxygenated blood. Right atrium opens into ventricle through a tricuspid valve while left atria opens into left ventricle via bicuspid valve. So any difference you may write. Our next question is what is the site or location and function of the following? Bicuspid valve. Bicuspid valve is present between left auricle and left ventricle. This one is bicuspid valve. This is also known as mitral valve. क्या कहते हैं इसको? Mitral valve. Okay. This is the location and what is the function? It prevents the backflow of blood from left ventricle to left auricle, or it allow blood from left auricle to left ventricle. Our next question is what is hepatic portal vein? This we have not discussed yet, but I will discuss here. Suppose this is your liver and this is your intestine, okay, and this one is suppose your heart. Now when the food is digested into intestine, if from here if we send the blood directly to heart, so whatever you have eaten, if you have eaten high amount of protein, that will transmit to heart. If you have eaten high amount of glucose, that will transmit. So we have to monitor before sending it to heart. So what we will do, first we will not send it to heart directly. First we will send this blood to liver. Liver will monitor this blood. It will change extra carbohydrate or extra glucose into glycogen. It will do deamination of extra protein. It will do emulsification of fat. So, or it will convert toxic substance into non-toxic substance. So, these veins are called hepatic portal vein. And from here, the blood enters into right auricle via vena cava. Okay, our next question is what is spleen and what is the location of spleen? Already we have discussed that spleen is a lymphatic organ and it consists of lymphocyte which helps in the production of antibodies. Spleen is located, it is the largest mass of lymphatic tissue and its size is around 12 centimeter in length. It is located in the region between the fundus of the stomach and the diaphragm. Suppose this is the stomach and this is the diaphragm. Okay, so somehow here, here we have spleen. What is the function? It is a lymphatic organ, so it produces lymphocyte or antibodies. What is the location of tonsils? And tonsils are also lymphocyte. Tonsils are located in the posterior wall of nasopharynx. This is the nose, naso. This is the pharynx region. And if we see the 3D structure, so behind it there will be a tonsil. And these tonsils also helps to produce antibodies with the help of lymphocyte and provide immunity. Our next question is a diagram given alongside this one. It represents closed and system or double circulatory system. Justify this above statement. It is a closed circulatory system because blood is flowing through blood vessels. It is a double circulatory system because blood enters in heart twice. First, deoxygenated blood enters into heart from the body via vena cava. Wait, I should choose the right color for this. Okay, so first, from the blood, deoxygenated blood enter into right auricle. From right auricle it enter into right ventricle, and from the right ventricle it goes to lungs. तो एक बार आया, एक बार चला गया. So this is the one round. Go for the second round. In second round, blood enters from lungs, that is oxygenated blood, into left auricle. From left auricle it enters into left ventricle, and from left ventricle it enters into the body through aorta. So blood enters into heart twice and it leaves the heart twice. That's why it is a double circulatory system. Okay. Our next question is, state two structural and two functional difference between arteries and veins. So if we talk about arteries and veins, so let's discuss the difference between arteries and veins. This one is artery, this one is vein. Artery carry blood from heart to body, and vein carry blood from body parts to heart. Generally, artery, this is the first which you are supposed to write if the criteria is not mentioned. Artery carry oxygenated blood, but you have to mention exception, that is pulmonary artery. Vein carry deoxygenated blood, exception is pulmonary vein, it carry oxygenated blood. In artery, wall is thick, while in vein, wall is thin, specifically tunica media. In artery, no valves are there. In vein, valves are present. In artery, blood flow with the jerk or at a high pressure, while in vein, blood flows smoothly without any jerk. That's why valves are required. Okay, our next question is, state the changes in composition of blood as it passes through the following organs. When blood passes from the lungs, deoxygenated blood converts to oxygenated. When it passes from gut, gut means intestine से जब pass होगा, more proteins are there, more amount of glucose is there, more amount of fat is there. When it passes from the liver, liver क्या करेगा? It will monitor all the blood components, so it will convert extra glucose into glycogen, so less glucose is there. It will do deamination of proteins, so less protein is there after passing from liver, and it contains less fat also because it emulsifies fat also. Okay, our next question is, capillaries arising from the mesenteric and splenic artery do not unite to form the corresponding veins. Yes, mesenteric artery are the artery which arise from intestine, and splenic artery arise from the spleen. So the artery arise from these parts, intestine and spleen. These arteries contain a high amount of carbohydrate, protein, damaged cells, etc., etc. So we cannot circulate this blood directly to heart. What we have to do, from the intestine, first we will send this blood to liver through hepatic portal vein. Hepatic क्यों बोला? Because it is going to liver. Hepatic word is related with liver. portal because these are the small. Portal TV होता है छोटा TV. So these are the small veins. And from here it opens into heart through vena cava or through veins. So our answer is, I hope, clear. Capillaries arising from mesenteric and splenic artery do not unite to form the corresponding veins because they power their secretion to liver. Lymphatic vessels are provided with valves. Yes, lymphatic vessels are provided with valves because in lymphatic vessel very less pressure is there, and lymph flow on the basis of muscular activity, so there is always chances of backflow. That's why lymphatic vessels are consist of valves. If we compare, in lymphatic vessels more number of valves are there in comparison of veins. Veins also contain, but veins contain less number of valves. Blood group AB is universal recipient because blood group AB does not have any kind of antibodies, and A and B antigens are present. Lymph contain much less protein than the blood because lymph क्या है? When blood flow through the capillaries, some of the fluid gathered here between the cells, this is called tissue fluid, and it includes some of the protein. Some of the protein can go back, but many of the protein are not able to go back and they enter into another channel that is called lymph vessel. So basically lymph vessel contain less protein in comparison of blood. The heart does not tire even though it beats non-stop throughout the life of an individual because heart is made up of cardiac muscles and they have the capacity of contraction and relaxation throughout the age. The lymphatic circulation is very slow. Yes, lymphatic circulation is comparatively slow because lymphatic circulation generally depends upon circulation of muscles contraction and relaxation. So they are not getting any pressure from the heart. That's why circulation is comparatively slow. Differentiate between blood and lymph in respect of color. Blood color is red, lymph is yellowish in color. Direction of flow, blood flowed bidirectional towards the heart from the heart. Lymph flow in unidirectional because it flow towards the heart only. The another question is cellular composition. Blood consists of RBC, WBC and platelets, while in lymph only lymphocytes are present. Transport of nutrients, blood contain all, glucose, protein, fat, minerals and all. Lymph contain less minerals and less amount of calcium and less amount of protein. Let's move towards the next question. The heartbeat rate of an elephant, a human and a mouse are 25, 72 minutes respectively. What can you infer from this data? We can infer that smaller the size, bigger the heartbeat because smaller the size, more loss of heat is there. Explain the significance of difference in the heart rate. The significance in the heart rate is if the heart rate is low, means the blood is supplied through the entire body less number of times, so there will be less loss of heat. Now make a neatly labeled sketch of the heart chambers and valves during atrial systole. Okay, let's draw. Atrial systole means when atrium is in a systolic condition, that time सिकुड़ रहा है, and that time these valves are closed because it is in diastolic condition, it is ready to receive the blood. So atrial and atrioventricular valves will open and semilunar valves will close at the time of atrial systole. The diagram given alongside of the heart chambers, this is the heart chambers, okay, and the question is name the face and name the face. Now you can't guess this answer on the basis of arrows, you have to guess this answer on the basis of valves. These valves are open. This is a semilunar valve, this is the pulmonary semilunar valve. This valve is open, that is aortic semilunar valve. And when semilunar valves are open, that time we have ventricular systole. So the condition is of ventricular systole. Our next question is Which part of the heart are contracting? That is ventricle. In this phase, give a reason to support your answer because semilunar valves are open. Name the parts number 1 to 6. Okay. Part 1 is pulmonary semilunar valve. Part 2 is aorta. Part 3 is pulmonary vein. Part 4 is left auricle. Part 5 is not mentioned here somewhere. Okay, this one is part 5, that is aortic semilunar valve, and part 6 is right ventricle. What type of blood flows through the part level 1 and 2? Part level 1 is pulmonary artery, it carry deoxygenated blood, and this one is carry oxygenated blood because it is aorta. How many valves are closed in this phase? See, this is a ventricular diastolic phase, and during the ventricular systole phase, and during ventricular systole, semilunar valves are open and atrioventricular valves are closed. We have two atrioventricular valves, that is tricuspid and bicuspid. So two valves are closed, that is tricuspid and bicuspid, and two valves are open, that is aortic semilunar valve and pulmonary semilunar valve. So I have discussed one page of your exercises. Next page we will discuss tomorrow. Till then, take care. Goodbye.